Hello, everyone, and welcome. Have you ever had that feeling, that little inkling that your thoughts might actually have the power to change your life? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. The incredible, and I mean incredible, power of your thoughts.
All right, let's just get straight to the heart of it with a huge question. Do your thoughts actually create your reality? I mean, really think about that for a second. It's a massive idea, and you're going to hear a lot of different answers, right?
You've probably heard the word manifestation thrown around a lot lately. It's all over social media, in books, you just can't miss it. The basic idea is simple. Think positive thoughts, and you'll attract positive experiences. Think negative thoughts, and, well, you get the picture.
But here's the thing. Is this whole manifestation concept just a trendy, new age idea? Or does it have a much deeper history, maybe even a philosophical backbone? As it turns out, the roots of this idea go way, way deeper than you might think.
Let's travel back in time for a minute. Let's explore what ancient sages and our own timeless texts had to say about the power of thought thousands of years ago.
Wow! Just look at this quote from the Yoga Vasista. It's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? The world is as you see it. What the mind does, that it experiences as truth. This is saying thousands of years ago that our reality is essentially a perception created by our own mind.
Ancient philosophies like Yoga Vasista and Kashmir Shaivism go even deeper. They teach that the entire universe is just one single consciousness. The world we see, it's like a play or a dance of that consciousness. And our minds experience this universe through our sankalpa, our deep intentions or thoughts. To put it simply, they believed our world is a direct reflection of our mind.
And then you have Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, which are basically a masterclass in controlling the mind. The core problem, Patanjali says, is vritti, that constant, non-stop river of thoughts flowing through our minds. The solution? Nirodha, to stop the flow. The whole goal is to use discipline and concentration to make the mind as still and clear as a calm lake.
You know, all of this ancient wisdom, it just feels so intuitive, doesn't it? It makes sense that our thoughts shape our experience. But the big question for us today is there any actual scientific evidence for this? Is there a link between what these ancient sages said and what modern neuroscience is discovering?
Let's find out. In this next section, we're going to unlock some of the amazing secrets hidden right inside your own brain. First up, let's talk about something called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS. This is a network of neurons in your brainstem, and its job is to filter all the sensory information coming at you and decide what's important enough to reach your conscious mind. Think of it as your brain's personal gatekeeper.
It essentially acts as a bridge between your subconscious and conscious mind. I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you decide you want to buy a new red car. All of a sudden, what do you see everywhere on the road? Red cars. Why? The cars were always there, but now your RAS is flagging that information as important. Your RAS shows you what you tell it is important. And here's the really wild part. Your brain is processing millions of bits of information every single second. But that gatekeeper, the RAS, it only lets about 1% of that information through to your conscious awareness. Just 1%. That shows you just how powerful this internal filter really is.
Now for another absolutely fantastic concept, neuroplasticity. This basically means that your brain isn't fixed like a piece of rock. It's more like clay. It can constantly change and reorganize itself based on your thoughts and experiences. And here's the key takeaway. Your thoughts can literally, physically rewire your brain. So how does this rewiring actually work? Let's use an analogy. Imagine a new thought is like creating a tiny, new path in a dense forest. If you think that same thought over and over, it's like walking that path again and again. Eventually, that little path gets wider, clearer, and easier to travel. Before you know it, that path has become a superhighway. Your thought has become an automatic belief. Okay, we have to talk about a very common misconception here, the observer effect. You might have heard people use quantum physics to say, just by observing something, we change it. But that's a misinterpretation. What science actually says is that at the quantum level, the act of measuring a particle with an instrument disturbs that particle. It's the physical measurement, not our conscious mind, that affects the outcome. The idea that we can change reality just by looking at it is not supported by science. It's a really important distinction to make.
Okay, so we've seen that both ancient wisdom and modern science point to the incredible power of the mind. So the real question is, how can we actually use this power? How can we consciously rewire our own brains?
As neuroscience expert Dia Jaiswal puts it, the stories we tell ourselves can literally rewire how we experience the world around us. This just goes to show how powerful our self-talk and our internal narratives truly are.
So, how do we take the driver's seat? How can we consciously direct this immense power of our mind to build the life we truly want?
Let's break it down into 3 simple, practical steps that you can start using every single day.
First, set your intention. As soon as you wake up, decide with clarity what you want to focus on or achieve that day. By doing this, you're giving your RAS its marching orders. Second, visualize the feeling. Don't just picture the outcome, actually feel the emotion of it already being true. When you do this, your brain activates the exact same circuits as if it were really happening. And third, notice the evidence. Throughout your day, consciously look for little proofs that your intention is coming to life. Every time you do, you're strengthening that new neural pathway. You're making that path in the forest a little wider.
It feels right to end this where we began, with another powerful quote from the Yoga Vasista. The mind is omnipotent. All these gods, demons, and humans have all been conjured up by the mind. It's a profound reminder of the immense creative force that resides within each of us. And so, I'll leave you with one final question to think about. Starting today, right now, what reality are you going to build with your thoughts? Remember that incredible power is and always has been in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.